Hey, New Life Church, welcome to our TRAC Devo for the week as we continue through the book of Job. And there is just a little thought that I want to share with you this week, just a couple of verses that really spoke to me. You know, when we began the book of Job in the very first chapter, we read about how Job was blameless, how he followed God, and it seemed like everything was perfect in his life. And then all of a sudden, bam, he lost everything. He lost his possessions. He lost his family. He even says that his health was attacked. And this came out of nowhere. You know, Job was living his life, doing what God wanted him to do, and then he lost everything. And as we continue through the chapters, we read about his friends who were supposed to be comforting him. Well, they didn't do a great job. And even his wife wasn't the best at comforting him. And so we read of how Job, who went from having everything to now having nothing, not even friends around to really be there for him in a way that he needed. And we get to chapter 19, and this is where the verses are that really spoke to me, and I'm sure you are going to recognize these verses when I read them to you. But chapter 19 starts off with Job saying, I've lost everything. I don't have anybody around. I call for my servants. They're not here. And it sounds like he was feeling really alone, that he was feeling like nobody was there for him. And we read through these verses, and, you know, my heart just breaks for Job. And then I get to the words at the end of the chapter. And after Job has said all of this, has stated how he's feeling, what's going on around him, this is what he says. But as for me, I know that my Redeemer lives, and he will stand upon the earth at last. And after my body has decayed, yet in my body I will see God. I will see him for myself. Yes, I will see him with my own eyes. I am overwhelmed at the thought. How exciting these words are. In the midst of all that was going on, there was so much uncertainty, so much Job did not understand, so much that he did not get why all this was happening to him. Why did he have to lose this? Why did he have to lose that? Why were all these bad things happening to him? And in the midst of all of that, in the midst of all the emotions and all the voices that were being said, Job sat there and he said, yet I know this, my Redeemer lives, and I will see him with my own eyes. And folks, I hope that you're encouraged by those words today, that you can know that our Redeemer lives. I don't know what you're going through. I don't know what your circumstances are. Maybe you feel like Job today, or maybe you kind of feel like Job. Maybe you're not at that rock bottom like Job was, but you feel like there's a lot of uncertainty, a lot of questions that you don't have answered, that nobody's able to provide you solutions for. But in the midst of all that's going on in our busy lives and in the midst of all that's happening around us, there's one thing that we can know for certain, one thing that is absolute truth, one thing that has not changed since the time of Job to today, and that's the fact that our Redeemer lives. He is alive, and we can state with the bold confidence, just like Job did, as for me, I know that my Redeemer lives, and I will see him someday with my own eyes. Folks, that's exciting. That is truth that we can stand on today. So we pray that you are encouraged by these words of Job from hundreds of years ago, that these words that he penned that were penned in the midst of his dark time, in the midst of a time that was not easy for him, that these same words resonate within your spirit and within mine. As for me, as for you, as for us, we know that our Redeemer lives, and he will stand upon the earth at last, and we will see him. We will see him with our own eyes. New Life Church, be encouraged today. Know that the words of the words that are here in the Bible are truth, and that we can stand on them today. Know that we love you, know that we care about you, and know that we are always here for you. God bless and have an awesome week.